Other semi-final Justin from New South Wales and Jazz is from all over the place. Race to 9 and he's accepted everywhere. Good luck everybody, all the best. If you're not sure, just call me and I'll be here, okay? Race tonight.
Dave? How do you share this into your Facebook? Share.
Can you share it to Queensland American Pool Association too, or should I do it?
To mine first. Copy link.
Okay. Yeah. Tap down. All right, so we're here with the semi-finals of the Oceania 10-ball Open.
Absolutely, we couldn't have asked for 4 better players in the finals. We've got in one semi-final on the top. We've got Matthew Edwards from New Zealand playing against Alvin Wijawa from Queensland.
Yes.
Originally from Indonesia, of course.
Absolutely, yes.
And on the bottom semi-final, we've got Justin Sage and Jassim Al-Hassawi from Kuwait. Justin is not from Kuwait, Justin's from Australia. He's originally from Perth, now resides in New South Wales. We're going to claim him as New South Wales mate. He's winning everything.
Justin, you're talking about?
Justin,
yeah. Jassim is currently residing in Adelaide, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, so he's
moved back to Adelaide.
He's with the he was with the Empire crew and they've moved to their new venue, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's still playing there, I'm assuming?
To be honest, I've never done anything like this before. I've never done a commentary when I've got one table on top of another table stacked like this. It's awesome for the viewers.
Yeah, great for the viewers. It's going to be a little bit confusing for us, isn't it?
Well,
is it? Or do you think you back yourself? you think you're going to do a good job?
No, I think I do a great job. I've done 2 things at once before. Like driving and eating a sandwich, or ordering McDonald's while texting someone.
Patting your head, rubbing your belly. That's the first one you do, isn't it?
But you're going to see a real transition in styles because Justin and Jassim have a much quicker tempo and rhythm than what Matthew and Alvin have.
Yeah, okay.
Matthew and Alvin play a lot more slower and deliberate. They even walk it slow, deliberately on the table. Doesn't mean they're not as good or anything like that. Just that the rhythm's a lot slower. So,
speaking about walking quick, did you see Sullivan Clark play today?
Oh yeah.
He is a little lightning bolt, isn't he, around the table?
He's like the Flash.
He is. He
tell you what, every
is.
time I see that kid play, it gets better and better and better.
Well, I was actually talking to Henry Lau outside, and he was saying, was it Henry? Yeah, I think it was Henry. He was saying that he's actually playing full time. So his parents are supporting him, and he's a full-time pool player at the moment.
Awesome.
So you would definitely expect him to be improving in leaps and bounds, which he is doing for sure.
He is.
For sure. I came down for the 9-ball Open in April, down at BB8, and he played there. He played pretty well. But yeah, this tournament, he is just a whole nother level, which is great to see.
Next level.
And I think he's like 21, so he's got youth on his side.
Oh wow. Well, I wouldn't get to be 21 years old to get him playing pool for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Justin today, I have to tell you this. I'm not saying this just because he's my mate, but Justin today's been playing next level pool.
Yeah.
In his quarterfinal, he played a very strong player from Northern Territory, Johnny Chu.
Joe Chow.
Joe Chow.
Yeah, yep.
And Joe Chow, I watched him play. He's a very strong player, but he didn't get to play in the quarters. He barely got to get to the table. Justin ran out 8 racks.
Are you serious?
Pumped rack after rack after rack in double quick time. that he was breaking well, landing on a low ball. It was just a ridiculous match. It was like nothing that anyone could do in that match. It was just everything was going Justin's way.
Yeah, right.
He's got a very formidable opponent in the case of Jassim Al-Hassawi.
Yeah, and he's obviously just come off a win
Yes.
of Marco Tusha, which is a huge scalp. Hey.
Well, everyone who knows anything about pool, as soon as you see Jassim hit the ball, you know the guy's a player.
Yeah.
Right. But it was a very character building match where it was double hills, frame for frame with Marco.
Absolutely.
And a double hill, and it could have gone either way.
Yeah, yeah.
Until Marco hooked himself on the last ball, on the sixth ball.
Yeah.
Near the end of the rack, and then Jassim got his head above. So that's going to take a lot. That was a lot of energy, a long match.
Yeah, true.
Whereas Justin won his match really quickly. Just had a nice long break, had something to eat.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to play a factor or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, I've been telling the boys in Queensland that I back Justin as the number one American pool player in Australia.
Wow.
At the moment.
That's a big call.
Well, that's playing at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to come up with
In Australia.
You try to come up with a better name.
In Australia. I didn't say I disagreed with you.
Well, they're throwing names out there like Vinny Calabrese, Chris Calabrese. I'm saying like people that Sean Budd, people that are playing at this very point in time. At this point in time, the people that are playing tournaments, I can't think of anyone else that's.
And he runs the balls effortlessly. It looks really really good rhythm. Yeah, he takes his time when he's standing. When he gets down on the ball, really nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got you guys on one screen now. Please leave some comments down below. We are live streaming on behalf of Cue Ball TV. Mr. Dan the Man, sitting here on my right. People don't speak often about him, but he's the man behind the man. He makes us all look good. So if you're watching on YouTube, and please like and share, and if you can spare a couple of dollars, just sponsor us by pressing that little button. Is it down the bottom of the screen? The little button? Yeah. The bottom right.
The dollar sign.
The little dollar sign.
Yeah.
Ka-ching! Ka-ching!
Yeah. If you like what you're seeing, then put your money behind it. Yeah.
We're going to give you guys a flash at us soon as well, so you can see the men behind the camera as well. Am I right?
Yeah. And you know
I
what?
actually shaved this morning for this moment.
Well, I've got a beanie on, so I look all right.
I thought I was going to be playing in the finals, so I put on my clean shirt and actually had a shower this week.
Well, you got to at least act like you're going to win, eh?
The good-looking one's Dave, and I'm the chubby one.
Hello.
Hi guys. Hope you guys out there enjoy this match.
I'm like, where is he looking? Where's he waving to? Who's he waving at?
Two good-looking blokes right there. Matthew Edwards as well had a really good quarterfinal match, and Alvin from behind. He was playing a very informed Chris McCreen. McCreen, is that his name? McBreen. I've never seen him play before.
No, apparently he's an ex-professional snooker player.
Dude, he's a solid player.
He's been playing for about a year and a half, American pool, and as I said, Simon Singleton, he's a great player. He's ranked above Simon Singleton in the New Zealand rankings. So he's obviously been putting in some good scores in the last year and a half, which is great to see. Nice guy too, had a good yarn to him.
Simon Singleton, another guy who's really improved. I saw him for the first time in New Zealand last year in this very event at the Oceania. And you could see the guy could pot really well. Excellent cueist, there's no doubt about it, great temperament. But last year when I first saw him, we just started the game. And they're still going for those snooker type shots where it's all one rail, two-dimensional play, I call it. And I played him in the Australia versus New Zealand test match. I had to play him twice actually. Got me both times 5-3. But the way he played was so solid. You could see he's picked up a lot of shots. He's making better decisions around the table. And I reckon another 12 months he's going to be tough to beat. Very, very strong cueist. And again, another two-shot player. Making the transition to this game has been very easy for him. It looks like anyone who's a two-shot player, like Justin, two-shot player, came to this game and look at him, he's just dominating with the big balls.
How long has Justin been playing this game for? Because I've seen him a few years ago, so I'm assuming he's been playing for a few years.
Yeah, but Justin's background is snooker, two-shot, and then you've got also other famous two-shot players that made the transition: Jason Shaw, Chris Melling, Darren Appleton, to say the least, Cowboys. It looks like they can really adjust to these tables. And two-shot's all about having bottle, being able to put the ball away under pressure, playing tactics, and that really does help him in these situations. Not to mention that Justin in particular is playing a lot of tournaments and he's in real form.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I know Alvin is a very talented player, and also I really like Alvin, and I'm one of his biggest fans. But Alvin works full time and barely gets to play tournaments. And he's a
Yeah.
full-time chef, isn't he?
No. Well, he's actually transitioned to working at the pool hall.
Oh, when was this?
Yeah, probably about 6 months ago, I think.
Oh, that's why
6
he's
to 9 months
improving.
ago.
That's why he's been improving.
Yeah, so Jackie Chan, owner of
just that jump
Q9,
shot.
that jump shot was beautiful.
Wow, a jump shot. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so Jackie Chan, owner of Q9, big supporter of pool in Australia.
We too know.
Employee's been hung.
Yep.
And just started
Right.
employing Alvin Wajaya probably around about 9 months ago, I guess. So yeah, so Alvin's working full time at Q9 and also obviously plays there as well.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, and he is a great ambassador of the game. He's always happy to play everyone that wants to come in. Gives feedback, gives help to everyone that plays. So that's really great. Great shot there from Alvin Wajaya. Beautiful little shot on the 5 there, off the cushion, kiss the 7 to get position on the 6.
I love the way Alvin plays. I was talking to, who was I talking to earlier? I spoke to the whole room today. You know me, I'm like a social butterfly. I go around everywhere.
You talk a lot.
I talk a lot, but I don't talk. I talk good stuff, okay? And I was talking about Alvin, and I was saying that I think he's got the most correct game. Like the way he moves the ball, it looks like he's effortlessly moving. So what mostly all follow, lots of inside English, outside English. He just uses what the table gives him, you know.
Yeah.
And one guy goes to
absolutely.
me. One guy goes to me. I've never seen him play before. When I saw him, he looks like Wu Cha-Ching.
Well, he is Indonesian, and he has been playing this game for a fairly long time. And he is the guy that you go to and you say, hey Alvin, I had this shot. How would you play it?
Okay.
And he'll tell you how to play it. Basically,
So he's like the doctor prescribing the.
He's the man. He's
prescribing
the
the prescription.
Yeah, he is the man.
Oh, excellent combination shot there from
Yeah.
Jazim. Not only
He's
excellent
looking
in making
really good,
it,
isn't he?
but, oh, man, not only in making it, but also getting the playing for position on the ball.
Yeah,
the low
absolutely.
ball.
Yeah, I said to Justin, say here, Chelsea, it's like, hey, it's a shame that I didn't get to see you play Marco, because I would have loved to see you versus Marco. But he said to me, he goes, you know what, I'm going to have to play pretty good against Jassim to get through, because he is looking good. And I said, yeah, absolutely.
Jassim is the type of player that can play any shot on the table. He's got a lot of natural cue power, a lot of knowledge. For me, the question mark for Jassim is, how is his temperament? How can he control himself? Because he has been the type of player to get a little bit testy and emotional, you know, when he's under the pump. And he's held himself really well today. He had a strong match against Robbie Fulvari today.
Okay.
We've got a lot of players, strong players in this field in the Oceania this year that haven't made it to the top 4, like Robbie Fulvari. Like
Justin Campbell.
Justin Campbell
Lost 8-0 to Chris McBreen, who Alvin Wajaya beat, and he is good. I just want to say hi to James Lee, one of the Queensland players. He should have been down here. Couldn't get time off work apparently, but he's a strong little Queensland player up there. Hi to James Lee.
I really enjoyed it when I came to Queensland with you guys last time. Had a great time. Look at this break from Matthew. Power. Park in the 1, got kicked.
Sure.
Shot in low ball.
Shot on the 1.
Loving life.
Hopefully,
make a ball out on the 1.
Hopefully he can get past the 4 and it'd be good.
So next year we're going to have the same event in New Zealand.
Yep.
And we're going to try and get a massive Australian contingent down for next year.
Well,
it's my farewell event. It's my last event.
Why?
I've been playing this for a while. I'm retiring.
Why are you retiring? That's huge news. That's huge news, Barry.
I'm retiring from playing next year. Next year, New Zealand will be my farewell last tournament.
I don't believe it.
No, I'm stopping.
I don't believe
I'm getting too old for this. But I'm going to transition into full-time commentary.
Actually?
Yeah. Do a good transition. No more pull for me.
What? I don't believe it. No. Okay, people out there, let's see.
Let's play some bets.
Let's see your comment. Let's hear what you guys thoughts are on that comment. Who wants to see Barry keep playing? I'd love to see Barry keep playing. I don't think we've played each other yet. I'll get to play you tomorrow though.
We're in the same group, are we?
We're in the same group tomorrow.
Fantastic. Be careful what you wish for.
That's right. You're not the mule, are you? You're the beast.
I'll be the beast tomorrow.
I'm going to watch out for the beast. I'm going to watch out for the beast tomorrow. I saw you give Rudy a bit of a serve for 3 fouling you today.
No, it wasn't about the 3 foul. It was about him I actually stopped him from fouling himself because if he had touched the balls, he would have had to give me a ball in hand.
Oh, okay.
I actually
But
helped him.
I
helped him beat me.
I did hear you say, "Hey, why didn't you run that out?" And when he was 3-fouling, and I was just thinking to myself, you know what? If Barry's going to get upset about 3-fouling, I'm going to definitely 3-foul him tomorrow.
No, it's not that. He didn't warn me that I had 2 fouls.
Oh, okay.
He jumped up and he almost put his hand on the table. I would have taken that. And I should have just let him do it. And then I just said, look, it's the rules. If you're going to be... Look, the table wasn't that hard to run. It was really easy to get the second foul and the third foul. It was a pressure moment.
Yeah.
And, if you're going to do it correctly, give me a warning.
Yeah, yeah.
My 3 fouls.
The rules do state if you don't... The rules do state that if you're if you're going to 3-foul and there's no referee, the person should be telling the other person.
Yeah. So I could have called it on him.
Yeah, yeah. But you're a good sport. You're a good sport.
No, I'm an idiot. Should have just taken a ball in hand. Danny Gilligan, my man, how are you? What am I doing with my 50 cues? I only own 29 cues, but I've got over 50 shafts in total. I might make a cabinet somewhere in a museum and say that the artist formerly known as Barry the Mule used to play with his cues. And possibly one day, 100,000 years in the future, when my videos are famous amongst the futuristic people of Earth, they'll be worth a bit of coin for my ancestors. Is that graphic enough for you? What's this guy been smoking? Alright, back to the pool, guys. We know we're not here to talk about Barry. The real stars of the day are Matthew Edwards, Alvin Wijawa, Justin Sage, and Jassim. And honestly, it's hard to pick winners between all these guys. Because look, let's look at it this way. Matthew Edwards, top player, won everything there is to win in New Zealand, hasn't won an Oceania event yet.
Really?
And this is the nabbing thing for him. He's always down at the business end, and it seems that there's been a real challenge or a close match. He got close last year, but Ramo took him out. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right.
Ramo got him in the final.
Ramo's great.
So this could be the year for him. It's a big
You see
thing.
that shot? That was terrible.
The tables have been playing a bit short lately. Alvin Wijawa made the semi-final of the same event last year. Sorry, he made the final of this event last year, and he lost to Sean Budd.
Yeah, he's
2 years ago. I commented on that final.
He's keen to win one because he
hasn't won one either.
No, he's never.
Jassim's never won an Oceania event.
Yeah.
And you got Justin, who's winning everything but hasn't won this event yet.
Yeah.
So just on paper alone, you'd say, yep, Justin looks good.
Yeah.
But this game's not played on paper. This game is played on the cloth.
Yeah. And Alvin Wijawa, he hasn't a citizen, and he's not sure how much longer he's got left in Australia. Oh, great shot there from Matthew Edwards. Beautiful
representing Queensland.
And so he's keen to win one. He's keen to take a trophy home. Take the big trophy.
Let's see how good Justin hits this ball now on the black. Big ball. Got to hit it sweet. You reckon 2 rounds to follow through? 1, 2. Be careful, corner pocket.
That is.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Pretty lovely,
to
isn't
the
it?
inch. Today he's been playing
solid.
to the inch. He's been playing to the inch. Unbelievable. Solid. Matthew Edwards, I've noticed his walk around the table is slow and methodical, but it's a similar rhythm to how he plays.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't really matter what your
Okay, look how smooth he cues this ball, this guy, man.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't really matter what your rhythm is as long as it's consistent. Yeah, is that the key?
Well, I think so. Like if you look at all the top players, they look neat.
Yeah,
You know, and they're pretty much robotic. But I want to say something, and this is the form to say it on Cue Ball TV. Am I right? I can talk about these things. Pool players lately and organisers are just so, what's the word? Not testy, just not fussy. They're just so touchy. They're just so touchy, you know. They're playing a shot on the 10, and someone across the room farts, and they're upset because someone farted across the room, or you know they're on the shot and there's a sunbeam coming through a kilometre away, and it's creating a force ripple along the earth, and it's bothering them, and they're upset. What I'm saying in these tournaments, I want to see some atmosphere. Everyone's going to be really quiet. We're going to do our commentary nowadays, whispering. Look, what's going on?
But you know what? I think what it is, right, is if you have a silent room, and then people start making noise in a silent room. It's very different to people making noise in a room with some music playing like there is today.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so if it's a completely silent room and someone makes some noise across the room, you can hear it, and it might affect you because you're used to it being silent.
100%, but I like to see guys with some character. If I ever make a final, dude, I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to be twitching around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the camera when I make a good shot. It's just me. I'm a showman. But perhaps that's why I haven't made a final yet.
Well, I remember you made the semi-finals for the 10 Ball Open in Queensland, and when you won your one frame,
I won my one frame.
You definitely gave a shout out to the camera.
Thanks for reminding me about
boys.
the biggest beat. It reminded me about the very biggest beat I've ever had on camera. But I enjoyed it. Look, I took it like a man. You know?
Yeah.
I had a tear coming down my eye most of the match, but I took it like a man.
But you know what? In saying that,
I did play really good all the way there.
If you're gonna lose to anyone, like and only get one frame, it's gonna be Marco, really, isn't it?
Well, I only missed one ball.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's a few snookers that
get many
there's a few
chances.
snookers that you didn't get out of, but they were tough snookers. They were really tough snookers.
It was just that was the way. That was around the balls. You know, breaking well the whole tournament and then get to the semi-final. Biggest match I've had in Australia. Australian Open semi-final on camera, playing a guy from Holland, and then I can't make a ball off the break. And the one time I did make a ball off the break, I ran out. What a legend.
Yeah. And you know what? The funny thing is that the table you played on was the diamond table, and it breaks different to all the other tables in the pool hall.
Yeah, it got me.
You know,
got me a beauty.
All right, so back to the match, 2-1 each.
Jassim, I think he's got played through the gap, through the window, but gee, this is a tough shot to cue, off the rail.
Off the rail.
In between the 3 and 7, like little magnets now pulling the white ball there.
Didn't have that many options, did he? He could have gone a little bit closer to the side pocket, but then it would have made the scratch a bit more.
I'll tell you what, on the top
chance.
table, Matthew Edwards is having a lot of table time, and Wijawa was just sitting down going,
What's going on?
I need some time to play. I come from Indonesia to play pool. I want to get to the table. That's what you got to do against someone like Alvin. You got to keep him off the table. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that shot from Jassim. 2 rails and out from the rail. Bit of lefting. Left
Yeah,
to Rubu.
I think 10 ball in terms of like Queensland players, Alvin is easily the best 10 ball player, just basically because of his break. 9 ball I'd probably give it to Bean, but 10 ball it's definitely Alvin. Just the break, in terms of the strength of the break, he's just got a really good break. Against Chris McBreen, he was a little bit down and got a couple, I think 1 or 2 break and runs, and that really obviously helped him out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Chris hasn't really got that 10 ball breakdown yet.
Which Chris?
Chris McBreen, the guy that he
yeah.
played in the quarterfinals.
I don't think it was just that. Chris McBreen was winning 6-4.
Yeah.
And then Arvin Wijawa just got in every time and ran the rack. I mean, he just didn't let him back the table.
Absolutely.
That's what you got to do against someone like Chris.
And I think he was 6-5. Alvin was 6-5 down and break and ran to get to 6-all, which really helped a lot.
It's a nice done shot from Jassim. Jassim. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Is it Jassim or Jassim?
I think it's.
I just call him Jazzy.
Jazzy. Let's just call him Jazzy. Jazzy sounds good.
We can call them both Jays.
I think it's either Jassim or Jassim.
See, that top rail looks very slow.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? The cloth. I mean, the tail's been reclothed
with this beautiful red cloth that
Yeah.
some players are happy about and some aren't.
Yeah, and you know what? The cloth is quite nice, but the cushions are a little bit slow. And the funny thing is that I came here 2 years ago for the 2016 9 ball Open.
I remember this.
And the
That was
cushions were
super fast.
so bouncy.
Super fast.
Super bouncy. And the cloth was so old that it didn't stop the ball either. It was really tough conditions. So much better today than it was 2 years ago for the Australian 9 ball Open here.
I agree with you 100%. The conditions are a lot better this time around.
So Matthew Edwards on the top table looking really good.
Oh man, Matthew Edwards
Looking
today has been...
to finish this off. Jassim really knows how to put some English on that ball. He plays a lot more cushions than what Justin seems to.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Justin's no slouch when it comes to shots. He can pull off. He doesn't have to pull off those big shots. You're right. He does play a different type of game.
Yeah, he's. Jassim definitely likes. I mean, even looking at the last frame on the Justine versus Marco, and he really likes to play he really likes to get position off 2 cushions. He's not scared to to go 2 or 3 cushions at all. Whereas
There's a good shot there of Alvin Wajawa in the back. We haven't seen him shoot yet. Not much anyway. And Matthew Edwards racking the balls. How nice is this club, eh?
Oh, and you know what? I tell you what, Cue Ball TV does a great job of this of the camera footage.
Oh yeah.
We've got some very expensive very expensive cameras here.
Expensive equipment. Expensive commentators. So press that $ down the bottom and donate some money to Cue Ball TV. Help a brother out. We do this from the goodness of our hearts, but it's always better when we get paid a bit of cash. Speaking about cash, if you guys are interested, we've got a big Sydney Cash Masters Challenge tournament coming up. Sydney 8-Ball Masters Challenge. Sydney 8-Ball Masters tournament coming up on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of November. I'm one of the promoters, so It's a great place to promote pool. Coming up in Sydney, please come down. Call me up, hit me up on Facebook if you want to join. It's a 2-day event, and there's $4,000 guaranteed in the final.
4,000 for the
$4,000 in the final,
and to the 2 finalists.
Well, 2 finalists usually are 2 mates, so you guys can do 2,500, 1,500. I'm sure they'll be announced that day.
Yep.
But it's 8-ball pool played on 7-foot tables, 7-foot diamonds, which is awesome place to play that.
Yeah. Okay.
And a really good venue. Yep. And I'm doing all the live matches. I'm doing it for 2 days straight. I'm like a commentating marathon for 2 days.
Cue Ball TV is covering that one.
Not Cue Ball TV.
Cueism.
Not Cueism. No, I'll be doing that myself with my little old trusty iPad.
Ew. So looking at Matthew Edwards, he had a beautiful break there. Beautiful shot on the 1. Table's looking pretty good for Matthew Edwards.
Matthew has not let Alvin to the table.
And as you were saying before, that's what you got to do.
Oh, 100%. And this is what Justin and Jassim both have been breaking really well. And if Justin keeps breaking like this, that's the secret. It's just break, make a ball, and land on the low ball. We were out here last night practicing the break.
Yeah, right.
And Justin was struggling with the break last night.
Yeah, okay.
But he's found something today, and he's just, whatever works, man.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
David,
I struggle with the temple break.
A personal question. How many years have you been playing this beautiful game for?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I started playing at the start of 2014.
What?
This is my, what's that, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, my 5th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
You play pretty good for a 5-year-old, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I came from a snooker background, but I stopped playing snooker.
Another one of those guys, huh?
I played snooker 95 to 98, so it's been a long time between drinks. I was playing golf before this, and basically chose to move inside.
You chose golf, pool over golf.
I went from golf to pool. I was off a 1 handicap.
Wow.
Yeah, and basically got over it.
Wow. You can make some coin playing golf.
Yeah, but you got to be a lot better than a 1.
Okay.
To make money.
Looks like it's going to be another break and run from Justin.
Yeah, lovely. I love watching Justin play, to be honest.
Dude, his rhythm around the table, he exerts, you can smell the confidence from here. You know what I mean? You can smell the way he stands, the way he moves, the way he thinks, you can smell it.
I've only played Justin once in one of the New South Wales comps. Got to the top 16 and he beat me 9-0.
Well, at least it was a close match, at least. Close match.
That's 9-ball. He had the 9-ball with the soft break allowed, and he didn't miss much.
He loves his cut break. He loves it.
Didn't miss much at all. But no, Justin's a very solid player. I got a lot of respect for people that can play 2-shot really well and also American pool really well. A lot of respect.
But it's not just how good he plays pool. It's also off the table. He's a very approachable guy. He's a gentleman.
Absolutely.
He's a good kid, man. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
I call him a good ambassador of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? What's great about Australia is that it's a small community of pool players. But what I've found is that I've only been playing for 5 years. What I've found is that all the top players, they're all good ambassadors of the game in Australia. Like I don't think I've met one guy. Maybe Justin Campbell is not that approachable, but apart from him,
he's always very nice to me.
Oh yeah.
For me, he's a big sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's very passionate about the game. You can understand. I'm saying this not just about Justin Campbell, but also some other players. It's a sport, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to win.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to win.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got a bit of fight or a bit of bastard in you, you can't play this game.
Yeah.
I'm telling you
yeah.
this now. You're gonna want to win so bad. If you're too much of a nice guy, you're subconsciously gonna sabotage yourself, and other people will beat you. You're
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
want to fucking win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this guy's trying to stop you from getting a ticket overseas. It's your right to win that ticket.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
train
yeah.
hard for it. You fucking make it happen. So yeah, when you know Justin, some people misunderstand Justin Campbell sometimes. He's very passionate about the game. He loves the game, and yeah, he can be a little bit more vocal than other players. But that's I still think he's a good kid.
Yeah, I'm pretty vocal too. So it's obviously when you're really vocal about it. I mean, you're going to clash with some people. That's part of it. But no, I played Justin today. He was played pretty well against me. But yeah, he was a good sport today. He was good.
Well, speaking about good sport, I mean, Alvin hasn't even been at the table the last 4 racks.
Yeah, that was another breaking run from Matthew Edwards. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, really high level stuff from Matthew Edwards, man.
Oh, not the best
This
kiss.
is a terrible kiss.
He probably
He's
wanted to
just
leave that,
kissed
didn't
it
he?
And made it not on. Not on. You can see that horde, massive crowd that we have behind us watching. The majority of people are actually off camera. What's this mean?
It's because you did a really bad Indonesian accent before.
Oh, is
You were
that?
mimicking-
That's my
mimicking
racist
Alvin's.
mimic. Yeah, you really picked the right person to call racist, man. I'm the least racist person on the planet.
So what do you reckon about Justin on this frame? 3-2 up.
Dude, this is tough.
You think he's going to go for this? It looks like he's going to go
Go
for
for
this.
what?
Go for the 6. I mean, obviously after the 4.
I don't think the 6 goes, dude.
Nah, it doesn't look good at all, does it?
You know what? In his not this match, but the match before when he was playing Jason Fisher,
Yep.
in the top 16, he had a couple of moments where he just took a bit of extra time like this, and then like he had an aggressive option available that was just a bit tricky,
Yep.
and he came up with a ridiculous safety.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
And whenever he slows down like this, I just think, yep, Justin's gonna come up with some great safety.
All right. So let's
I think
let's lick our lips, rub our hands together.
I
Let's see what Justin's got.
think he can flick this 6 in.
Well, let's see what Justin's got for us.
Whoever's been playing the music today has done a great job. Old school music. Oh, the 6 almost went. You played it safe.
Do you think he meant? I think he obviously meant that safe. That was pretty close to the pocket.
Well, he didn't play the 5.
Obviously, no,
But
didn't,
I think
did
he
he?
was trying to get behind the black, yeah. And finally, Alvin is at the table. And this is where a pool player is happiest, is when they're plotting balls.
Yeah. And as long as that 4 goes down to that bottom pocket, it looks like a pretty good rack for Alvin to be at the table for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a shot
Nice,
from
nice,
Jason.
nice.
What a shot from Jason.
Was that 5 going? Was that 5 going?
Oh, it's going to
Not-
ruin his life is where it's going.
Not too good. Yeah, I spoke to Jassim outside before his match with Marco, and he was saying that he's not really too confident playing safeties on these tables just because he doesn't really know how the cushions are going to react. So if he gets
That's
a chance,
fair. That's fair.
if he gets a chance, he's going to go for it. But in this case, I think he's obviously going to try and play a safety. Surely.
Where's the safety shot here? It's a great thing about having 2 screens. On top, Alvin Wijawa doing the business,
Nice.
making himself heard.
Well, obviously the
How
4 was
consistent
on.
are these 4 gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
How consistent are they?
I was actually surprised that Justin only qualified 6th from yesterday. He was
Overall?
6th, yeah.
Yeah,
6th
tough
overall.
group, man.
Did he?
Yeah, these qualified first, qualified second business. Some groups are tougher than others.
Well, you know what? Justin Sahich came in with ranked something like 34th or 35th.
That's because he's never played in these events.
No, well, he's never played 10 ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his 10 ball ranking was pretty low. So I actually felt sorry for the other people in Justin's group because he's supposedly ranked the 35th person in the tournament or something, and he's obviously not. So I felt sorry for the people in Justin's group.
But the groups still were pretty easy to qualify. I mean, I remember Oceania events, we had 80, 90 runners, 100 runners, you know, and we were playing groups of 10 with 4 to go through.
Yeah.
Now we're playing groups of 5 or 6s with 4 go through. That's not, for an Oceania event, it's not enough.
Yeah.
We need to organise, we need to help Oceania out and try and get more people to these events.
Yeah.
But people sometimes say to me, pool is dying, and you know, it's because of poker, it's because of mobile phones or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know if that's the real reason. I think the lack of clubs is a big reason. If there was more clubs available, and there was more categories, so there's really nothing out there for beginning players.
Yeah.
Very few events across Australia. We have got some events in Sydney that are, you know, graded events, but it's only a handful of them.
Yeah. Well,
So
I know.
you're
I
a
know.
young player starting the game. We're going to
Yep.
go train. We're going to go play tournaments against us. You can't play against us.
Yeah, well, I know AK8 does. They do AK8 in Melbourne here. They do handicap tournaments, which is really good. They've got a really good bunch of regular guys that play there.
I think he's under hit this.
Position?
He's
That's the
under-hit
cushions.
this.
Hey, you gotta.
The top table guys is playing short.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of these cushions. Hey.
And now Arvin has got a tester.
You know what? He was looking so good position-wise that whole rack up until that
Last shot.
that last shot. Yeah.
But that's his style. He plays a lot of 2-3 rail shots with inside English, outside English. That's how he plays. Jassim at the bottom is called the 10 ball. 5 onto the 10. I called that as a
Two-way.
prerequisite? No, as a
Just in case.
yeah, just in case. That's it.
Well, let's see if Alvin can get this 10 ball.
About a quarter ball cut here. Oh,
Beautiful,
never in
beautiful.
doubt. Never in doubt. Didn't even
Alright.
touch the sides. Well done, Mr. Alvin Wichawa.
Wipes his brow, adds the score.
Life is good. And now Matthew's taking a quick little timeout. Go wash his hands. We can focus on one table. Oh, look at that.
Justin.
Justin Sage
Goodness.
nailing the long 5, landing plumb on the 7.
Does the 7 go?
4-2 is a scoreline.
Does the 7 go past? He's looking now.
I think so. I know it
He's
does.
called the
It's
10. He's called the 10.
It's all about the landing on the 7. Oh,
Beautiful.
look at this.
That's the sort of shot that I have to think about for about a minute to make sure I can, make sure I stay on the 7.
He's hitting that high gear, this guy. That's why we call him the Justinaut.
Number 1 player in Australia at the moment. That's playing at the moment.
Is he?
I reckon. You haven't given me another name yet.
Juggernaut. Justinaut.
No, you haven't given me a different person. That's
Oh.
the number 1 player in Australia, I mean.
All-round player or just for these tables?
Just American pool. That's playing
Who's
at the
playing
moment.
at the moment,
That's playing at the
okay.
moment. So you can't count Vinny.
Okay. Yeah. Dan, good mention there, Dan. We'll just so you guys know the rules for the World 10 Ball has changed now. You can't win a match just by playing the 10 early with a combination. It must be the last ball potted.
Yes.
Justin's had to go all around there to get the last ball again. He's playing 2 10 balls here. Back to back. Beautiful.
Very solid, very solid.
Strong. These are races to 9, aren't they, in the semi-final?
Yeah, race to 9. And I think the finals will be race to 11.
We are playing the 2018 10 Ball Championships out of Q8 Bar in Melbourne, Clayton, area of Clayton, Monash Clayton, I think it's called. Clayton?
Yeah.
If
Monash
you guys
is
are in
just
the,
next door.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
that's a university, right?
Yeah.
If you guys are in the local area, come on down, meet the players, bring pictures, we'll sign them. Bring some cash, we'll play you for money, whatever you like, play you for drinks. Just come on down. You can watch the final live, it'll be starting about an hour and a half. Get yourselves a beer. Really nice place here, by the way, if you haven't been here before. I don't know if you guys, we've got a beautiful open view now. You can have a look around. There's Chinese pool tables in the background, snooker tables, and American pool tables as well. So Mr. Justin Sage to break in rack number 7.
Using the rail, interesting. Has he been breaking
Yes,
like that all
he's
day?
been breaking like that all day.
Like you
Uses
said,
the-
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
You know another famous pool player that used to break from there?
Tell me.
Quinton Hahn.
Ah, good old Quinton.
Personally, I think he was the best pool player ever in our country.
I thought he was more of a snooker player.
Yes, we're not talking about his personality, we're talking about how good he was on the
A
table.
lot of controversy around Quinton. I don't really even know that much about it, but I've heard that I heard that he was in some dodgy dealings.
Ah, yes, he's definitely dodgy. Like I told you, you got to be a bit of a prick to play this game at a high level, and that guy is the he embosses that to the full. Yeah, he's a bit of a scam artist. Oh, good shot from Justin there, landing on the 3. Has he gone too far? He's gone behind the... No. Again.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the fault was on it even to start off with, but yeah, it's
Deep
definitely
breaths
not on
there
now.
from Justin. He's breathing in deep now. He's starting to slowly squeeze Jassim out of this match, just like Matthew Edwards was on the top, and just like he did in the last match where he just didn't let his opponents at the table. He's breaking and landing on the low ball almost
Yeah.
every time.
Well, I tell you what, 5-2 for either of these boys is
It's
gonna be a big difference.
Huge, especially with the alternate break.
Yeah. Matthew there.
He's missed his first ball, but look at this. He's played a two-way shot.
Play the two-way. Beautiful snooker there.
Justin,
I tell you what, I saw Alvin get out of some really good snookers against Chris McBreen. So safety battles wise, he would definitely won against that.
I wonder if Justin's thinking about playing the carom. Is that even on? He's calling the 4. 4 into the rail of the 10. This would be some shot, this one. Oh, that's why I play it so hard. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. He's got him.
Oh, that's it.
He's got him. He's put his hand up and said sorry, but
He's not
we
really
know he doesn't.
sorry.
We don't know.
He's not
We know he
sorry.
doesn't mean it. We know
I
he
don't,
doesn't.
I don't put my hand up because I think to myself, if I put my hand up, I'm pretending to say sorry. I'm not
being
really
fake.
sorry.
You're being fake.
I don't want to be fake.
You know that's not the case. I got a friend of mine who wants to jump on the microphone.
Yeah. You know what? I'm leaving in
going-
about 5 minutes.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going out for dinner with my
You coming
mate.
back to help me out with the final,
Possibly.
or come back
possibly.
tomorrow to play in the 9-ball?
I'm definitely coming back to playing the 9-ball, and I'm meeting out with my mate who I'm staying with, and we're going for a feed, and I might be back afterwards. We'll see how it go.
We'll be here waiting for you with open arms
Oh, that's
and
nice.
a warm microphone.
Yeah. Just tell Millard not to spit too much on it. I think
We've got a very famous. Have you seen our new video on Facebook, on my Facebook page?
I have you and Stuart. Is that the one?
No, my new one. Me and Milad. We're promoting Cyclops balls.
Oh, I did see that. Ivan shared it for us.
Please share.
What a
Please
legend.
like and share, guys.
What a legend. I like Millard. Hey,
'Cause,
what a bloke.
He's
Good bloke.
he's
hey.
a champion of a guy. He's got a great sense of humour.
Yeah.
And you know, anything we can do to help our sponsors out, we do.
Yeah,
It might not be the greatest, multi-million-dollar budget we have, but we make do what we have.
And interesting for those people out there that want to rag out on APPF. This tournament, they got a $1,000 sponsorship from Cyclop, and they also put $1,000 into the pot themselves
Well done.
from their bank, which is nice. And I've been telling Henry and the people at APPF, just I think we just need to. The people need
Good
to
kick
see.
shot there from Justin. Yeah.
The people need to see the finances out in the open. So maybe we'll hopefully start to see the finances all opened.
Well, we're not talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars here, which is.
No, but I think it's just important that everyone knows that they're not actually rorting us. The 10%.
Transparency is key.
Yeah, transparency is key. Well said.
Ooh. Jassim hit that ball really thick. Like I said, for me, it's not about ability, because I know Jassim's ability. It's about temperament.
Yeah.
And also the break.
Yeah.
The break is another big thing. I think the best breaks I've seen today was actually Marco Tuch's
Yeah, absolutely.
and Justin. I think those two have the best break today.
Yeah, I haven't seen Justin break too much today, but yeah, Marco for sure.
Take my word for it, he's had a lot of break and runs today. A lot of break and runs. Oh, this is not looking good.
A little bit too
It's not
hard.
looking good. Oh, it's plumb.
Got
Firstly
away with it.
going off.
Got away with it.
Matthew Edwards looking like he's going to take a 5-2 lead.
Yeah,
out
I'll
of
tell you
there.
what, Matthew, I've watched a little bit of Matthew this morning, and he is looking so much more solid now than what he was
Ever looked than what he's ever looked.
in the top 16, top 32. Yeah,
Dude, he's just, every time I see him, he gets better and better
Yeah.
and better. How old is he?
I don't know.
He mustn't be, surely he's like late 20s.
Oh, I think 30, maybe 30s.
Well, it looks good for
Early
his
30s,
age.
yeah,
It looks
he
good for his
does,
age,
he
and
does.
you can see he's a polished player.
Yeah.
Polished player. You know, if you didn't know who he was and you saw him for the first time, you'd say, yeah, this guy's a professional.
Yeah.
From the way he carries himself around the room,
Yeah.
how clean he is, his uniform, the way he composes himself, the way he moves his ball around the decision making. I have never seen him get angry. Well, I haven't.
Yeah,
anyway.
interesting. No, neither have I. Neither have I.
And I've watched him play quite a few matches. He
Yeah.
just does his job.
And you're talking about ambassadors of the game.
Yeah.
He is a great ambassador.
100%.
I mean, obviously for New Zealand, but also for Oceania in general, also for Australia. Like, he's just a very approachable guy, as are all these guys.
White Liger's asking who's looking to be the favourite for this competition. Well, guys, there's only Mr. White Liger. There's only 4 players left, so
I'm saying Justin Sahich, just because I think he's the #1 player in Australia, and I think the #1 player in New Zealand is probably Marco Tusha. He's out, so based on that,
but he was taken out by Jassim.
yeah.
See again,
You see
top table.
That's say Matthew.
Now Matthew's got short as well.
Yeah,
and this
same-
is
same
a
as
trend with
Elgin.
that top table. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like that top rail is very slow.
Yeah. Did you play on that table at all?
Yeah, I did. Played some of Singleton there on the first night I got here off the plane, and he got me 5-3. And I remember saying that top rail looks slow.
Yeah. Nice, Matthew Edwards, 5-2.
That's not the best safety shot.
Putting the
from Justin.
stranglehold there on Alvin Wajaya.
It's not the best safety shot from Justin. Now, just put your attention, guys, on the bottom table for a second here now. This is where Jassim is extremely powerful. Is coming up with, you could say creative shots, or you could say standard shots, or knowing the shots. But he's got the ability to get the ball right where his hand is now. This is a touch field shot. We'll see how he
2
plays
cushions. You think 2
How good
cushions
are
on
his
the outside of the
lines?
9?
it. Looks like a stun.
Yeah.
There you go. Looks at speed.
1. Oh, no.
I think I've jinxed him.
I was going to say, I was assuming he was going to go 2 cushions, the same line, but with just a lot more right hand side. Just looking
Now,
to
if
see
he can see the edge, he's going to shoot at this.
You think he's going to go for it?
Well, if you see the edge, he might as
Yes,
well.
he has to.
Yeah, so he's indicating he wanted to come off this second rail. He hit that poorly.
Yeah. Yeah, that, as you were saying, those are the sorts of shots that Jassim
He's very good at.
normally he
Yeah.
would be quite good at.
He's going to have to kick at this, guys. Any of you guys thinking of coming down to City for the Masters? David, this question's for you from Marvin. Any of you guys from Queensland coming down for the Masters?
To be completely honest, there's a couple of guys talking about it, but the only issue is that it's 8 ball. We all just played 9 ball and 10 ball up in Brisbane. So the fact that it's 8 ball is probably not really the best thing for us. But there are a couple of guys that are talking about coming down.
There'll be more events in the future that won't be 8 ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
This
anything.
kick shot. He's hit it. He's almost made it. And he's... You know what? I think he'd be happy with
not
that.
too bad.
I think Jassim would be happy with that.
Yes,
100%.
anytime there's a 9 ball or 10 ball comp with lots of money involved,
Oof.
there'll definitely be a lot of bunch.
Remember the
a bunch
Focus
of
event
wins.
that we had
Yeah.
a couple of years ago? It was
Yeah,
$5,000 for the winner,
Bean made
which Justin won.
Yeah, Bean made the finals.
Which Justin won.
Yeah, which Justin won. That's what I was saying. Justin's the best player in Australia.
Dude, I reckon he's the best cash player in Australia too. But no one will play him for cash. That's the problem.
He's just got to start giving starts, doesn't he?
No one will play him for cash.
But he doesn't like giving starts for cash.
Dude, if you're going to play someone, $500,000, why would you give him start for?
No, I'm just saying, like if he's really chasing cash games.
Oh no, he's not chasing. He's not a guy that goes around chasing him.
Oh, okay.
But I reckon if there was cash games, I reckon he'd be the best one.
Yeah, have you seen him play for big money?
No, he doesn't play for money.
So
He's,
how do you know
he's a
good
tournament
cash
player. I just think he would be. I mean, look at the way he plays tournaments.
I was going to say, there's usually some big cash money in two-shot in Australia. There's some decent
Well, he's a
cash
two-shot
games
player,
in
but
two-shot.
he doesn't play cash games. He's a tournament player. You're right about that. But I reckon if he made the transition,
Yeah.
the big magic word, if, I reckon he'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, you can't really see him really struggling under that pressure, can you? It looks like he handles the pressure so well.
He does. I think he handles the pressure as well as anyone. But the age-old saying is true that everyone feels pressure, no matter who you are. people handle it differently. I think he handles it better
Yeah.
than most. You got to understand that Justin's been playing the sport since the age of like 8 or 9,
Yeah.
and he's been competing since a very young age.
Yeah.
He's played more pool tournaments than I've probably played matches. When you work it out, he's been playing for 20-something years.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of experience there. Guys like this don't just come out of the woodwork out of nowhere. They're
Yeah.
bred.
Yeah.
And he's a machine. He's been bred like a machine bred for war, like a Spartan warrior.
So, top table, Matthew's just missed a tough cut on the 3, but the table's not looking great. Bottom table, Jassim had just missed a long 7.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it. Long 7. It just still backed him to make it though. It wasn't cued as smooth as he should have cued it though.
White
That's just been
Liger's
sitting down too long off the table. There hasn't been
Yeah.
a table much.
White Liger's just asked, leaving an indent on the cushion, make sure you hit the ball, be classified as cheating. I think as long as there's no mark left on the table, as in an indent is definitely classified as cheating. A mark is definitely classified as cheating.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think Jassim
Uh-oh.
left a mark or an indent.
Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my God, where's this going? I thought it was going to snook him behind the black.
It's
That would have been
close.
sick. Been sick. Hey, are you live streaming? Sweet, I'm live streaming on 2 places. What's up from the mule?
So to answer White Liger,
Forget autographs, just
he
give me
did
some
not
cash.
leave an indent on the cushion, so therefore not cheating. What do you think? 3 cushions?
Inside English,
One,
1,
two,
Dude, he's
well,
not,
I think he's
he's
tried
not
for
hitting
it.
the ball smooth like he was earlier, man.
No.
Jassim is a rhythm player. You know what I mean? When he was playing Marco, both
Yeah,
those
did-
guys were playing quick, and it was
Yeah.
punch for punch for punch for punch, right?
Yeah.
Frame for frame. Now it's been sitting down a little while now, and it's starting to, like I said earlier, temperament.
Yeah, yeah. I think Justin though is the sort of player that if you give him, if you try and play slow against him, he'll be fine. If you try and play fast against him, he'll be fine.
I call him the
I don't-
baby-face assassin. You know, he's got the movie star looks, and he's always smiling, but inside he's a killer.
Yeah. Great shot there from Justin Sahij. Alvin with some trouble on the top table. Also 5-2 down. Geez, this bottom frame has taken ages.
Yeah.
They've been on 4-2 for a long time. 1, 2.
It's looking pretty
Oh.
ominous now for both tables. Looks like we're going to have a Matthew Edwards, Justin Sajic final, the way things are looking.
Yeah. Australia versus New Zealand.
There you go. Actually, Justin was asked to be on the test match, but he couldn't get it in time to play. 'Cause
Okay.
He went to work and then he flew down late, took a late flight down.
Yep.
Might have been a different scoreline if we had him in the team.
You guys got smoked, didn't you?
We got punched, we got smacked, we lost 9-4. New Zealand was ready for us.
Who
we
was
weren't ready.
who were the top players for New Zealand?
All of
Obviously-
them.
Obviously Matthew.
Every
played
single
well.
player.
Mulrooney played well.
Mulrooney played very well. Simon Singleton, Matthew Edwards, Chris McBreen, is that his
Yeah,
name?
Chris McBreen. Yep.
And Tuan Nguyen,
Oh, Tone.
Nguyen, I think. I think that was the whole team.
Yeah.
Hope I haven't forgotten anybody. It's a little break from the bottom table now.
Justin just checking his messages. Everyone's saying, "Go, Justin."
And the top table, Mr. Alvin Wijawa in a bit of a pickle. As you can see behind him, there are 4 large trophies there. 2 of which are for the 10 ball and 2 of which are for the 9 ball. Mr. Robin Beggs, our official.
Oh, well, that was pretty close.
That was close.
Good effort.
I'd say that's a foul.
Now, I think.
Because you can go for 3 fouls here.
That's what I was about to say. I think if the 4's on the top cushion, there you go.
If it's on, he'll go for
If
the
it's on,
layup.
he'll go for it. Yeah, surely. Play the 4 at the top. Maybe give the 10 and the 6 a little kiss, and then on to the 5.
Would you say a little kiss?
Yeah, a little.
I'm coming down to Queensland, by the way, again soon.
Yeah,
Any events before the end of the year?
We have a 9-ball comp on the 30th of September.
Well, this month?
Yeah, this month, and we have that's next weekend.
I
think.
can't come down next
And
weekend.
we actually have the 10-ball state titles on the 21st of October. So 10-ball state
I
titles.
might come down for that.
10-ball state titles, 21st
Am I allowed
of
to play if
October.
I come down?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
I love Queensland.
Yeah, it's great. Q9, great venue.
Everyone's just so
awesome.
friendly
Yeah,
over there.
I was about to say everyone's really friendly.
What's wrong with Sydney people? Why are they so moody all the time?
I don't know. Here we go. Oh,
I tell you why there's so
Exactly
many
right.
all the time. It's because there's tolls on the M4. The tolls on every road you go in Sydney. Taxes are high.
so as soon as you get into City Heroes, you're
Oh.
pissed off.
You've already lost $20 on tolls. Then you're going to need $15 for parking. You know, your day's already spoiled. I'd like to say a big thank you to Henry Lau.
Henry Lau.
Yeah. Robin Beggs and Marguerite Lopez.
And also Lewis Kondo.
I was getting to the man. I'm going to
Okay,
save him the
okay.
best for last.
Sorry.
He'll be jumping on soon. You know he's going to jump on in the finals. Nothing
he's-
will stop Lewis from jumping on in the
And
final.
he's had about 6 beers, I think, too.
Wonderful.
So watch out.
Going to get the real Lewis out. We're talking before about having a bit of bitch in you when you play pool. You know, Lewis is the number one
Lewis
person
is
for that.
definitely a bit of a bitch, isn't he?
Not a bitch. I mean, like, you know, tough. on the
I
table.
mean, when he plays pool,
He's no one's bitch, man. This guy is a
I
machine.
was going to say, he does...
Back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, there was no one better.
He was
guy
the
was
man.
guy was awesome, dude. Guy was awesome. And I just wish we had cameras back then filming.
Did you
all the stuff he
play? Did you
could
play 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, I did.
Did you play many matches against him when he was winning the
I actually played
championships?
one match against him only. It was on the loser side. It was a race to 6 in an Australian 9-ball event.
Oh, he just
It wa- he was-
moved the he
that's a
just moved
foul.
the 9 with the
That's a foul.
with the rest. Foul. Very
Yeah,
good.
And he's called us fouling himself.
Yeah,
I actually played
unfortunate.
Lewis over 10 years ago, I think it was. This is the time when he was actually reigning champion.
Yep.
And I got him double hill, 6-5.
Yeah, nice.
On the loser side. And I
well done.
slipped into the top 5. And then I got done. I got done by some left-handed player that didn't let me see a ball. But I actually didn't play that great. I mean, I put away every opportunity I had, but he was just, you know, struggling by himself and then giving me hell.
Yeah.
You know, doing the typical Lewis Kondo moves, you know,
Yeah.
walking in front of you when you're shooting, talking to you when you're shooting, throwing things around, getting angry with you because you're moving around a kilometre away from the table, you know, the usual stuff. And I look back at it nowadays and I love it. I think it's just a great moment, you know.
Yeah.
That's what this sport needs. We need more action.
To answer White Liger, the prizes for first and second.
There's a
it's,
Super Supreme pizza for first and a margarita for second. David's laughing.
It's on the serious one.
Yep.
It's 1600 for first, 800 for second, 400 for third and fourth, and 200 for 5, 6, 7, 8. And
But the
interesting.
main thing is the points. You get a lot of points,
Yep.
and you get consideration for tickets overseas.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the main thing.
Absolutely. Also, interesting point to make for 9-ball and 10-ball on the weekend. They've done prizes up to the top 16.
Oh wow!
If you'd like to know that.
I just missed that.
So 9-ball for Sunday, the top 16.
Yeah.
Top 16. If you get to top 16, you get $75. And I'm pretty sure after that it's top 8 gets 200, top 4 400, runner-up is 800, and winner is 1600.
Good
So
money.
plenty of money. Yeah, like I said.
Dude, plenty of money.
Like I said, APPF put in 1,000. Cyclop
Put in
main sponsor
1,000.
put in 1,000. Plus
Well
they gave
done.
him a bunch of
free
brand new
balls. Yeah.
which is great.
They're expensive balls. Cyclops
like-
are everywhere
I think
nowadays,
like
man.
200, 250 or 300 a set.
Yeah, they're over $300 a set retail.
right.
Over 300. The Zeus Cyclops have been sold for 380 in places that I know of.
Yeah,
I won't
right.
mention, but you can get them as
Interesting.
cheap as 300 or 320. Depends where you buy them from. There's a comment here. Where is it? It's gone.
Amanda just said.
Retracted her own message.
I read it though. Amanda just said, "I'm glad Justin's going to win this event because a lot of people doubted him." And
I don't
then
know who
she also said he's the best player in Australia. I back you, Amanda. Amanda, I agree. Best player in Australia. I back him too.
I'd say the best all-round player in Australia.
And also gave Australia a lot of got Australia
dude.
a lot of respect in the
We
World
have, to
Cup
talk
of pool.
about, we have to talk about that. It got the monkey off her back, finally.
Absolutely.
Where were you when it happened?
I was watching at home.
Everyone I speak to is a pool player. Everyone was watching it. It's like the September 11th. Where were
Yeah.
you when it happened?
And you know
we
what
finally got the monkey off our back.
And you know what I'm really glad about? New Zealand still hasn't won
Shot.
their first round. Still hasn't got through the first
Oh,
round.
you're
know
glad
what?
about that?
No. I'm just glad that we got there first.
It's like I could say so many things right now.
I'd love New Zealand to win the round, but as long as we did it first. Hey, this is my mate. I'm going out for dinner. Great commentating for you all. I'm going to pass it over
Thanks,
to
Dave.
Millard. I might see you later. Hope you enjoy the match.
Thanks for doing this with me, man. It's a pleasure.
Hey, no worries, mate.
Catch you tomorrow morning in the group stages. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined in the commentary booth by my man, Millard. How you going, brother? I'm good, man. How you going? Now, for all of you out there that don't know, Millard, me, and Justin, we are staying together in the same place. We travelled together, and we're staying together in Melbourne. And there is no one in the room that's been supporting Justin as much as Millard. Am I right?
Yes.
You're his biggest fan.
I wouldn't say the biggest, but I am. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and I'm going to support him all the way.
100%. You're proud of him, huh?
I really am. Yes. And I'm proud of you too. You made the knockout phase.
I got knocked out in the knockout phase, though,
You
man.
did, but you've been playing very well, and
Thanks,
we
man.
still have the 9 ball.
Yeah, the guy I played against played really strong against me. Really strong.
He played well, yeah. He 3-fouled you, didn't he?
Does anyone keep talking about that? Guys, I'm not proud about it, but when he 3-fouled me, I lost my shit. So, you know, I wasn't happy. I don't like being 3-fouled.
I don't think.
Now that you're saying that, everyone when they play me is going to go for 3 fouls now. For the rest of my life. That's his weakness. It's his kryptonite. 3-foul the bastard.
We got 74 people watching. How about we share this video and make it up to 100 people within the next half an hour? And why don't you guys click that little $ and donate to a good cause, which is for pool. And let's make pool big again in Australia.
Dude, you know what? You should run for president.
I think I might.
I think you should. You'd get it. You're already the most famous pool player in Australia with that video we released earlier. If you guys don't know about that video, go to my page, Barry Mavros, and you become my friend, follow, like, and share, or whatever. Become a friend. Request me. I accept everybody, and you'll see some funny pool videos there, some fish market videos.
You're gonna see a whole lot of sexy on there. That's
Yeah. Millard is very sexy in the videos that we do together. Back to the matches, man. 5-3, Matthew Edwards in front. He really shut down Alvin early in the match, and Alvin is starting to creep into the game,
He's starting to
making
get
himself felt more and more.
I agree. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable.
But in the bottom screen, Justin has been doing this all day, just shutting people out of the game.
He's dominating, definitely.
Shutting them out.
He's keeping his cool, and he's just playing his own game. He's not really letting the pressure get to him, which is what you want in this game. His stroke is absolutely beautiful. And
Dude, the way he played that quarterfinal match was next level.
absolutely, absolutely,
We're talking about beast mode.
absolutely. You
His opponent never got to the
must have
table.
rubbed off on him.
Oh, me?
beast.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's my nickname. It's not like I've earned it.
So we're 6-2 now with Justin, and 5-3 with Matthew and Alvin.
Justin's putting a lot of pressure on Jacine, man. A lot of
Yes.
pressure. He's not coming to the table. He just has this knack of shutting people out of the match.
Yeah, he does, and not to take anything away from Nassim, I think that if he does get a chance, he has a good chance of running a few racks out there, but Justin's just not allowing that to happen.
Well, it's also the run of the balls too. I mean, he's breaking in on balls. He's not missing.
No.
And he's creating even his safety plays are so tough to get play against.
Yeah.
But my experience, you know, he had an excellent match in the quarterfinals where he did the same thing.
Yeah.
And look at this break. Look at this break.
Wide open.
1 connects to the 2, 3 in the open, 4. There's been nothing difficult here.
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't run this frame out.
The hardest thing would be landing on the 3 ball, and that's not even. I'm going to focus on the top frame here. Alvin at the table, 5 frames to 3. He's got a bank shot on the 2 ball.
Until the reverse bank.
Reverse bank. Oh no, he's not.
Safe all the way.
100%. All right, dude, you want to play a game?
Yes, what would you like to play?
$50.
What would you
Does
like?
Justin run out here or no?
I think he'll run out.
Okay, give
Wanna
me $50.
shake on it?
If he runs out, you give me $50. Deal?
That wasn't part of the deal.
What? No? Mr. White Liger, these points you're talking about, are they counted towards joining the Australian national team? Well, we don't have an Australian national team, Mr. White Liger. We don't have a national team. A national team like Holland or anywhere else, they've got a coach, They train together, they improve, they get... Oh, the Scotch doubles team. No, the Scotch doubles is picked separately. If that's what you're talking about, Mr. White Liger, the Scotch doubles team is picked when we have the Scotch doubles event. That's usually in February, March. And it's usually a double event. There's a Scotch doubles event and a 9-ball event together. Justin won it last time with Danny Stone.
Yeah.
And Danny Stone couldn't go with him, so Justin went with James Lahanty, who was the runner-up team with Mark Robertson. So that's how we pick the team. We have an event, and then the top team that wins it goes. Simple. If they can't go, the next team goes. But these points I'm talking about will contribute to spots being offered for Queensland, not for Queensland, for the world titles or any other events that they've got spots for. Because the APBF every year gets certain spots allocated to them from the WPBA, and yeah, they can give them to basically to the highest ranked players or players that win events. So yeah, if he wins this, he'll probably get a spot.
White Liger, to me, I'm backing Justin all the way.
He's murdered that ball.
honest.
Justin murdered that 7-ball with that screw back.
He's
off the rail.
queuing way too good. Wouldn't you agree, Barry?
You can never cue too good. Queuing is like breathing. Oh my goodness! Speaking about breathing, the man of the hour. I was just talking about you before. Your ears read. Guess who I've got in the commentary booth? Mr. Lewis Kondo, the man. How are you, buddy?
And the crowd goes, wow. Yes, I'm here. How you doing, everybody?
It's good to see you, mate.
Okay, what's going on here, boys?
Well, what do you think's going on? Have a look at the scoreline.
Just say
Hasn't even
6.
just a chance to block it.
Really? Any mistakes yet?
No, not one.
Matty
not
Edwards, how's he hitting them?
Very, very strong.
Very strong.
Very strong.
Hey, Barry, I think you got an admirer out there by the name of Brett King. Potential money match, perhaps?
No, not
No?
like that. Thanks, Mr. Brett King. If you like, just come on down, we'll play a match, no worries. Oh, commentary box. Look, that's the good guys there. The really good looking one's Milad.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
second best looking one with the glasses, that's Lewis. And the chubby one with the beard, we all got beards. We're all chubby.
We do.
That's me, the guy I'm pointing to. the mule.
Hold on.
100% blue-eyed Aussies.
I got to get my mojo on, chuck the glasses.
Oh, awesome. Well, Jasim's going to make something happen. He's got to pull off a big break.
He's been
right
breaking
now.
well all day.
Oh,
Big
that's a
breaks.
cracker of a
3
break.
inside.
Oh.
The white ball, he's lost the white.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
That went in without being kicked.
Yeah.
He went in for that extra juice,
Yeah.
and he cost.
Slid away from him.
And you know what? The rack is wide open.
Looks
There's-
like potentially we have a Kiwi New South Wales final coming up. Potentially.
Again, like last year.
Is that right? Yeah. Yep. with
Last year in the
Calabres.
10-ball, no, in the
Calabres?
10-ball,
No.
it was Matthew Edwards versus Ramo Teaser.
Okay.
It was too, yes.
Ramo got up, and then in the final, in the 9-ball, it was Chris Calabrese versus Ramo Teaser. Chris got up.
And those Kiwis let you board and come home on a flight? You guys got out of there? You mean you got out of there alive?
And I did the commentary, so we all won. We all took turns at being in the final.
Oh, shit. They're a rowdy bunch sometimes, I tell you.
Well, actually, when you think about it, the New South Wales players won the last 5 events.
Really?
The last 5 Oceania events have been New South Wales players. In a row.
That's
Interesting.
more than interesting.
Justin was this one. Well, he's actually from Perth. We claim him as a New South Wales because he plays out there.
Fair enough.
He's all ours.
Sean Budd won 2.
Has he?
Vinny won 1, Sean Budd won 1.
Yeah.
Ramo Teaser, Chris Calabrese. What was the year before that? That was in New Zealand. Chris won the 9-ball in New Zealand the year before that.
Okay.
That's 5 in a row now. Yeah, where are all the Melbourne boys, dude? They're not here anymore. A lot of them are missing.
Yeah, you know, this game 9-ball opposed to 2-shot or snooker, it attracts the cream. It attracts players that think and legitimately can win an event.
Yeah.
We're playing long races. you know, and you're attacking all the time. You're forced into potting, positioning, your numerical order. It's just a contrast. Two shot, you'll get, 200 players turn up, 250, and they all think they're in for a chance. Best of 3.
Yeah.
This
Best
game,
of 3?
Yeah, best of 5. You know, this game's different. It's completely different. You're getting your cream of the crops. You know, we got guys here that if they can't run racks, they're staying home. They're not paying their $100 entry. They want to burn it. They'd rather come and watch, and some have come and watched. I've seen 15, 20 people come and just watching, not playing.
Very well said, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, and that's the facts of this game. This game is a contrast, to the other pool code, and trying to compare it to snooker is ridiculous.
This is Justin's first mistake.
Oh, he's hooked himself behind the 9
I
there.
was just thinking to myself, no, he hasn't missed the ball all day. It's his first mistake.
I've seen him miss one ball, but it wasn't his fault. He ran it from 1 8-foot shot along the rail,
9 ball,
and then the centre knuckle got him.
Oh, yeah.
He
We
hit it.
can't see what's happening now.
Seems he fouled.
That's what Justin does. He gets ahead quickly in the matches. Let's see how good he closes this match.
I love seeing players close out strong. 7-2.
exciting.
It is, and Justin,
Well, he did miss that position there.
yeah.
No, well, that wasn't easy, but
But it's consistent, isn't it? When he's in front, something happens. He gets 3, 4, 5 frames, and he just takes the foot off the pedal, makes
the
it
thing.
interesting, and then off he goes again.
maybe he's just that good. He does it on purpose, so we don't realise he's superhuman.
I actually think he does.
I'm going to take my chair. I'm going to go buy you guys around a drink. What do you guys want to drink? Guys, I'm going to take 5-minute time out. I'm going to get some drinks for the boys. I'll be back. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Lewis Kondo and the newbie, Milad.
So Alvin's got a long one there.
What do you want to drink?
So Justin's breaking frame 11. Looks like a dry break. The break's a bit hit and miss today.
Yeah, and you
On
can
these
tell on
tables?
contact whether it's going to be hit or miss with
Yeah.
10-ball pack. If they hit it straight, the white comes straight back down the middle of the table. They'll normally get a ball in the side pocket,
Yeah.
and the one will come back down towards the block line.
So looks like he's going to kick off the rail for a safe.
Oh,
That was
that's a
absolutely
great shot.
beautiful.
Eh? What a great shot.
I tell you, he's staying in there. He's doing his best.
We've got Alvin at the top of the screen. I think he might have just.
He's hooked himself.
He hasn't done himself any justice there. What an important frame, him and Matty. Justin escapes the snooker, and in my opinion, has got away with it.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, please share this video. Let's get this up over 100 watching. We're at 81 at the moment. And please don't forget to click on the $sign at the bottom and donate. This is all for the good of pool in Australia. And tomorrow we have the 9-ball event.
We do. We've got 2 days of 9-ball starting tomorrow.
It's a very good event, 4 days of non-stop pool. You don't get that anywhere else.
Yeah, we've in the American game, the Oceania. It's a privilege to have it in Australia. We have it every 2 years. The Kiwis are big supporters of it. We normally have at least 10 Kiwis turn up. They love the team's event.
They're very strong players too.
They
I was
are,
watching them play all day yesterday and today, and really impressed.
We've got Alvin, and I was incorrect thinking Alvin hooked himself, but he's cleaned up. Doesn't like bending over the cue too much. He's off at about a foot.
Yeah.
Looks
I like
he's
to
going-
stick the cue to my chin.
Yeah, it looks like he's going
I've
for
got a
a
little
Sunday stroll.
indent in my beard from
Have
where
you?
the cue goes back and forth.
Looks like he's ordering Chinese lunch. He's playing. Alvin. 5-all tied up there on the top screen.
Oh, that was a great shot. Is he? Oh no. It's like he's hooked himself on the 2.
Definitely. He's an attacking player.
Yeah.
I've missed most of the match with Justin. Jazim, is the score justified? Is it about right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Justin's just playing very strong. He's pretty much shut everyone out this tournament. He's definitely a favourite to take it out.
Jazzy is like an inch, 3 mil short.
Yeah.
He must have caught that shot. What a big frame.
Matthew Edwards with a huge break.
How do I pause this?
Justin's just trying to figure out the angle he wants for the 3 after he pots the 2. There's not too much, nothing too difficult with this run out. I think he's definitely out, if you ask me. That was a great shot by Justin. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, he is human.
Big difference here on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Big difference,
5-all to 7-3.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the score 7-4 here, or you could go down 8-3.
Yeah.
And Justin said,
I mean, this is a very important frame for Jassim. I think that this will really build up his confidence.
it keeps him in the match. That miss keeps him in the match. Let's assume he pots the last 4 balls here and goes 7-4 down. Opposed to 8-3,
Huge difference.
Massive difference. What a big frame. Justin's missed, and I would say, he's missed a shot that uncharacteristically he's missed a shot. And at this score line, I'm just pointing out. I'm pointing out how important this. Yeah. It's an important frame. We should be conscious of the frame score. How important? Yeah, they do. You should be aware of how important it is to. Right. You would.
Barry,
What?
are you looking
I
don't know.
for sponsorship, are you?
No, I don't need you to give me money. Okay, I'm not looking for sponsors. I'm just saying I would love it if you would coach me one day, but for like a month or 2 months. Like seriously, you would make me a weapon.
You know what? I think Greeks and Italians together, they are a weapon.
100%.
You know.
That's what the Byzantine Empire was built, man.
Just drizzle a bit of Persian in there and you'll be all good.
No, we don't want to talk about Persian at the moment. Okay. It just, you know, I think I like where you're going with this, Barry.
Yeah, saying like,
Yeah.
consider in the future coaching.
Really?
100%.
Can you please wait till I'm half grey before we talk about this again?
Dude, I said this. For you guys out there don't know, Lewis Condo and myself are in our early 40s.
Yes. Yes, we are.
We are in the prime of our lives. All those lovely young ladies out there, we're in the prime of he's married and I'm not. We're in the prime of our lives at the moment. Especially we're talking about Paul, okay? And yeah, I just think we need more time because now as you get older, you're working more hours, you've got family commitments, and whatnot. Once you get something going,
A jazzy, naughty boy.
straight off like last time.
Yeah.
That's twice as
Can't do that, Jazzy. No good. Come on. He knows that, Jazzy. He has played this game at such a high level abroad. He knows he can't do that. He's not expecting to get away with that. You know, it's a big no-no. Just pushing a bit too hard with the break, trying to create something, a bit more energy, trying to get a kick on, trying to get a flow on.
Well, he was,
And
just
bang.
He just won 2 frames in a row.
Yeah, he cops it, you know.
He's trying to get things going. And then he just gave away all the momentum with one swing.
Yeah,
Look, we've all done it. If you're not a pool player, if you're a pool player, you've done this before.
absolutely. And you know what? If there's any cue sport that owns a momentum or a build-up and a run-out and rhythm, it's 9-ball or 10-ball. The big break gets your adrenaline going and bang, you just keep going, you keep going. Jasmine was right in the middle of that and bang, he was let down. Break let him down. He was on a roll.
On the top table, Matthew Edwards was 4 frames to 1 up. And now Alvin's at the table ready to level the score. So, yeah, earlier on, Matthew Edwards was just flowing, didn't let Alvin to the table, leading 4-1. And now there's a chance, Alvin's got this big chance of leveling the score at 6 apiece and making his second 10-ball final in a row. In this, because remember, he made the 10-ball final 2 years ago in Adelaide against Bud.
Okay, I wasn't there, but
I was commentating on that match.
Yeah.
He just lost to Bud, I think off memory 11-8 or 11-9. It was a good match. Bud was too strong that weekend.
I do want to point out to all the viewers that Barry offered me a drink and it's not forthcoming at this point. Have not received. Have not received it.
Didn't you say you didn't want a drink?
No,
I'll get one in a moment.
I was adamant about quenching my thirst.
Hang on, let me just get my mate here. Go get a bottle of Carlton Draft for Lewis.
And it's got nothing to do with him being Greek. I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Be careful of Greeks bearing gifts, my friend.
Promises unbroken. No.
Big screw back shot needed here from Alvin Mujawa. Oh, follow shot.
Alvin, he looks like he's doing what he needs to do. He's flowing.
Mm-hmm.
The shoulder's free.
That's what I said earlier. Look, Justin's out of position on the 4-ball. He's got to compose himself. I know Justin. Justin's very good under the pump. He's got to recompose himself. A little bit out of line. He's going to do something extra with the white ball. Alvin Mujawa on the top screen, guys.
Alvin's on a clinical run out at the top.
Yeah, just natural lines, Lewis.
Yeah,
natural.
I think it's clinical. It's natural. Justin, this is a challenge. Let's see what he's doing. Oh.
Look at that shot. It's behind the 7-ball.
Stop.
It's behind the 7.
Has he done it to himself?
Yeah, he does. He has.
I think he's got a quarter ball, half ball here. He might have a chip for safe. I don't think the pot's on.
All right, Justin. Come on, buddy. That's not.
It does not matter how good looking you are. This ball is not on.
And right there, guys, hit that like button, share this stream. We've got the famous Lewis Condo here doing commentary with Barry the Mule Mavros. Doesn't get much better than this. Loving life.
Half ball, I think he's going to push this up near the green. Oh, look at
this
that. I
is a
didn't even
safer
see that shot.
Genius shot there
How
from Justin.
good is that?
How good is this guy?
My God, he has got clean undies.
He's got what?
Clean undies.
At least one of us is clean undies.
Justin,
good is that shot from
really
Justin?
like that shot, mate.
Kudos, mate. Excellent shot.
And Jazz is nodding and applauding that shot the whole time he's walking around that table,
And also, deep inside, he's hating that shot as well.
acknowledging that shot.
Great shot.
Absolutely.
Alvin Wajawa. Big jump shot here.
Oh.
Is Jasmine going to go safe?
Has he got away with it? I don't know. I think it might be stuck up.
He's left it on again. It's Justin with the golden opportunity here to put himself on the hill, guys.
What an important frame in a match.
Huge frame.
You go 8-4, thank you very much. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits.
When you're 8-4 up, your opponent cannot make a mistake for 5 games.
Or you can go 7-5 down and miss. Other bloke breaks, pots out. 7-6.
Big difference.
You know, is this a big frame? Yes, it is. It's a huge frame.
He's dead in line, though. I expect him to get out here. Same with Alvin. Alvin's going to tap the match on the top, and from a 4-1 lead, Matthew Edwards has just seen his lead dissipate quite quickly, actually. But Mr. Justin Sage, the man of the hour, in the driver's seat, on his way to making his first appearance in an Oceania final. And somebody tells me, Mr. Lewis, it won't be his last.
Oh, yeah, totally. I want to see this man in particular. And I said this about Vinny about 3 or 4 years ago, and we've lost him. We've lost him to this 7-ball run. They've won. They've got Vinny. We've lost the chance to develop him and send him overseas to tournament after tournament and to see how he goes. And I'd like to do the same with Justin. I would love to see him go to the China Open. I'd love to see him at the World Titles. You know, 2 or 3 years in a row. Let him settle in.
Very important.
Yeah, that is.
Very important.
Yeah, very important.
You know as well as anyone. You've been there a few times in a row.
Let him settle in. Let him get a feel for the atmosphere and give the man a chance.
Give him a chance to get a result.
Yeah. What we want to see is him playing like he is here tonight, abroad.
Comfortable.
And it's enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's enough.
Get that exposure. Give the man some exposure.
Yeah.
So Mr. White Liger is calling it now. Justin Sajic versus Matthew Edwards in the final. Justin will lose. Who is Mr. White Liger? You must be in New Zealand, Mr. White Liger. Matt D.
Does it say white liar or
The White Liger.
What-
It's like a
are you
tiger, but it's like a lion.
are you sure it
mixed
doesn't say?
together.
Are you sure it doesn't say white liar?
No, well, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. He's calling it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Matthew's in, Justin Sajic is in the driver's seat. But the other semi-final for me is still a coin flip. And knowing that Matthew was up 4-1 and now it's 6 apiece, you kind of start thinking Alvin's got all the momentum in this match.
Definitely. I mean, you're deflated at this point. If you're Matty, you're deflated. It's a hard haul from here.
I mean, all he's got to do is win 3 little frames, right? But it was a lot easier when he was leading 4-1. Oof, look at that. One ball was going straight and off, but got stopped by the 2. The 1 ball dropped and he's landed on the club on the
He's
2.
on the 2.
Genius.
You know, God bless. That's what I think.
I think this match was meant to
But
be.
is the angle there to get on? Look at the 3. It's right up the other end. He's got a screw.
Would you prefer if you scratched? No.
No, but I'm just. Let's go. What's at play? He's got to screw all the way back down. Try and navigate between the 8 and the 7 ball, and get down on the back rail for the 3.
Great bank shot there from Mr. Matthew Edwards. Banked the 1, hard the pocket, and left himself on the 3 ball, giving him a chance to regain some momentum in his semi-final
He is going to try and deep screw it, and it's off and racing. How's his line? Oh, look at that. It's okay.
It's just okay.
Look
it's
at that.
plum.
All done with mirrors.
Plum dumplings.
Eh?
Wow.
This man. Justin. And you were telling me earlier today, he's at a pool event more weekends than not.
Yeah, he is.
And he's got the same girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's maintained the same girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's away
She's
most
very
weekends.
understanding, yeah. Look,
You know
everyone in
what?
his life is supportive for him
that is
playing.
more incredible than his pool playing. Hey, what a lady. I hope she's enjoying his play on Cue Ball TV
Yeah,
at
that's
the
actually
moment.
a very valid point. It's important to have people around you that
Of course it is.
that are supporting you.
Absolutely. There are players in this country that are successful, and it's because of their ladies. Their ladies are supporting them in what they're doing. It's simple as that.
Well, Justin tried to move the balls to just try to bump the balls and open him up a little bit just then. I don't know if that bump was enough to get the 6 out.
It depends on this angle
He's
here.
yeah,
If he can get straight, he's just a bit short maybe.
he's got too much angle on this 5 ball.
You know, he just needs to flirt with this 5. I just lollipop this in, and I'd bang the 6 down the other end table
play a
and
nice
stop dead
safety.
behind the 8. Yeah.
Play a nice safety
Pull
behind
my
the black
head
ball.
in a bit here. Out of position. You know, and that's fine. It's
Perfect.
okay. You get out of position, you play it safe, live to fight another day.
Plumb behind the black. And poor Jasmine just kicking at the ball now.
Jasmine's had some battles today.
Big match with Marco earlier.
And
Robbie Fulvari.
Robbie Fulvari.
Takes a lot of energy out of you, man.
And I think it has. And he's really had to grind and hang in there. And he's the 2 best shots I've seen in the last couple of years have come from this man today.
Yeah.
Jazzy, yeah. He played a shot against Robbie. I'm still trying to process it. Incredible shot. And Marco did the same thing. And it deflated Marco. I wish we caught that on camera. It was just incredible stuff. Matty Edwards, 7-6. Matty says, I don't care. I'm here. I'm still here.
Yep, so you caught me, but look, I'm sticking my head back in front.
That's it. He's trying to act cool, but it's not cool. You know, there's a bit of heat there. You can act like it's not there. That's all right, Matty.
What is
That's all right.
Oh, look at this. Jasim's going to play an intentional foul here. Will it work? No. No. That intentional foul did nothing. We moved the 9 ball closer to the 10.
A good shot. It's a good shot if it comes off.
If it comes off, but
And you know what? If you think that you can't get out of the snooker, if you think you're a 20% chance of getting out of the snooker, you need to start looking at tying balls up in this game. That's experience. Jazzy's gone with experience. He's tried to tie the balls up. He's failed. That's fine.
but he went for the right shot.
He
right?
did.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he went for the right shot.
Justin is now 4 balls away from quickly dispatching Jasim.
He's hit that a bit thick.
He's had a lot of difficult matches today, Jasim, and it has tired him. Justin looking good to go to the final. 4 balls away. Yep, and Jasim's conceded the match. No need to pot the last 2 balls, he says. Well done, Mr. Justin. Commiserations, Jasim Al-Azhawi.
You know, I'm trying to think of a time when Jazzy's failed in an event. I've seen a lot of 9-ball tournaments and 10-ball, and I've never seen that man fail. It's either always the semis or the final.
He's a strong player, man.
He is.
Strong
Absolutely.
player. All right, guys, we're going to focus on one table now in the battle. 7-6 to Matthew, and you can see the pain on Arvid's face there because he's left this ball sticking out, and he's left opportunity for the slow-paced walker, Matt Edwards, to do some damage. He walks slowly. He's a big guy. He wears black. He looks like a big giant panther stalking his prey.
Who's that, Matty?
Yeah. Next level.
Something different about Justin. There's something slightly different about him. International. he may be successful.
Awesome stuff, buddy. We were just saying that before. We were actually saying it when you were playing a match. How do you feel, man, in this first final in the Oceania?
Yeah, absolutely stoked. Having my
Congrats, Justin Sajic.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely stoked to get through. Started out great. Was feeling really good, and then sort of all I thought I needed was just get to the hill, and the rest will take care of itself. And then I started to probably think about the line too much, and just, missed a few.
You really did shut him out early in the match. I mean, there was 4 or 5 racks. I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, that was that did the damage early on, but.
Same thing as the quarterfinal match.
Yeah, but that one I sort of finished off strong. This one I sort of fell over the line, but I was happy with that last rack. I played pretty smart and made sure the snooker and made sure of the win. So very happy.
Well done, man. You go rest and get yourself ready for the final, huh? Come on, buddy. One more.
Well done, Justin.
My man, Justin Sage over there. Next level stuff over there. I'll tell you what. Really has matured as a player the last couple of years. That's for sure.
With the new, I've noticed I've had the pleasure of going abroad, playing overseas, and with these tables, this cloth, and I've noticed what the professionals do is they shorten up in their backswing. Okay, if you look at Ralph Souquet, you want to Google or YouTube Ralph Souquet, Alex Peguline, they have a backswing of some 4 or 5 inches, like exactly like Justin's. Exactly. New cloth, American pockets. I think this guy's unbeatable in Australia.
Wow.
With his Q action. It's compact, and they do shorten up with new cloth because a lot can go wrong. This old cloth, you got this big long whippy action, Efren Reyes, Bustamante, this big swinging pendulum sort of action. But yet you throw them on a TV table, brand new cloth, and they all shorten up. Compact, very sedate. It's a very slow, it's a small drawback. And Justin's got it, and I don't know what he does in two-shot. I don't know what he does in snooker.
He does very well in two-shot.
Does he?
Very well in two-shot.
But his Q action
Quite a few events.
is adopting to new cloth American game. The Q action's perfect.
The guy plays on that many different types of tables and conditions. He adapts really quickly, and he's a quick study.
Right.
And he's really bright. He's a smart kid, man.
Yeah.
And look, he doesn't smoke, doesn't do drugs. He's a vegan, doesn't drink. I mean, he's an athlete. All around great ambassador for the game.
Yeah. He's glowing.
He's a good kid.
He looks healthy. He's one of the healthiest
He's got
people.
the movie star looks as well.
Yeah.
I reckon get him and Matthew Edwards, make some posters of the guys.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not gay. I haven't gay intentions. I can't actually tell when men are good looking or not.
Come on, man.
But I keep getting told, left, right, and centre, Justin Sage, he's the best looking man on the planet. I mean, who am I to argue? Look,
you're surrounded by beautiful men, just so you know.
Oh, this panel?
Oh, yes.
I am blessed.
You're blessed.
I am blessed. Won't argue with that.
Lewis.
Matt's thinking, why am I so close to this 4 and straight in the pocket at the moment?
Well, he's close to it, but what do you think? What can he do now?
Well, the 6 is over the hole.
It's over the hole. We can just stay there and cut it.
It's like a hucker, isn't it? He's blessed there. He's just got to find the gap between the 9 and the 8. I don't think he's going to come down pitch. He's got to find this gap. Has he got the gap 9 and the 8? Has he got it? I think he's got it.
He hit it with that much force.
I tell you what.
That much force.
He's reading the slide and the spin of the new cloth. That's dangerous for Justin.
I think Matthew's awesome with quick cloth. I think he's better with quicker cloth.
Well, that's what he practices on. He goes to all the abroad events and he changes his cloth every 2 or 3 months.
When he beat Chinnikov in that tournament recently, he played superb in that match, Ruslan Chinnikov.
Yeah.
And who did he lose to in that? He lost to some big player.
Oh, yeah.
It was close as well.
Can I say how different 9-ball is on new cloth opposed to old? It's a completely different sport. Completely different.
Well, I have to say, if Matthew gets out here, which it looks like he will, being on the hill, it's very hard for Alvin. Alvin to get back. I mean, Alvin did run 4 racks against Chris McBreen in the quarterfinals to get through. He was down 6-4 and he won 4 in a row. Didn't let Chris to the table. But the way that Matthew's been breaking, I mean, he's done a lot of breaking runs today. He's going to get 3 bites of the cherry if he gets out. So guys, after this match is over, we're going to take a little time out, but we'll be back soon with the final. It's the biggest event of the year, the Oceania 10-ball final. And join us in a couple of days' time with Cue Ball TV to watch the Oceania 9-ball final, which is actually a bigger event than the 10-ball. We've got more runners for that event this year.
For the 9-ball, yes.
We've got about 5 or 10 more runners than this one.
Yeah.
And
I think there's 50 players.
9-ball is
for
always...
the 9-ball.
9-ball's a little bit more exciting just because that luck factor, I find. That luck factor, fluke in the 9, make the 9 off the break. You know, that 9-ball, the golden ball. Don't play safes around the ball. Don't leave people carrying on that ball. And it's the break is quicker, the frames are much quicker, less safety play. It's exciting to watch. Needs to cue this ball smooth.
Kept his head down.
Smooth as silk.
Nice stroke.
Smooth as silk. This guy's got a smooth stroke, man. Uses a beautiful mez cue. Mez cue, one-piece maple shafts.
Oh, those cues are so nice.
They're great, aren't they?
Oh my God.
Sponsored by Mez. He also sells Mez in his club. From New Zealand. What's his club called in New Zealand?
I have no idea.
I've been there.
I think it's got something to do with sheep.
No.
No?
No. I've been there. It's a great club.
No.
I went
Are
there
you
last
sure?
year for the Oceania. Yes.
I think it's got something to do with Farmers Union and the sheep cattle company or something like that. There's something going on with that.
Mr. Lewis Condo, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the legend. If you're in Melbourne,
we're just
down.
keeping an eye on Matt. He's not hot racking. Just making sure that, you know, he's not diddling anything here. He's not pattern racking, I can tell you that. He's got the 10 in the middle, which he needs. 1 at the front, that's the only criteria.
Yep.
The rest of the balls can be wherever they like. 1 at the front, 10 in the middle, that's all we ask. Straight down the guts with the white, and he's looking to make full contact with the 1 ball. He wants the white to come straight back at him.
Popping it.
Okay, what will happen is if he does that connection properly, the 1 will come back down pitch for him and he will pocket a ball in the centre pocket. 80-90% power. Once the white comes straight back at him, 1 will follow down pitch as well. Look for a ball in the side pocket. 4 on the side. 1 was coming down. Bad contact. Unlucky.
Look at this break, man. Look at this break. The table is completely open. Ball in
Alvin is licking his chops.
Saying yum, 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 yum.
He has got those chopsticks ready to go.
Another racial remark there, guys.
No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not at all.
From the Italian stallion.
Alvin's all right. If you could hear some of the jokes Alvin and I tell amongst ourselves,
Oh, dude.
you'd understand,
He's such a nice guy.
isn't he?
He's such a nice guy. He fell asleep earlier
I know
in the club. Did you see what we did to him?
Yeah.
And he woke up and we're just taking pictures of, like, all of us turns pictures,
he's
taking
got-
pictures with him sleeping. And he just woke up and like, yep, whenever you're done, just let me know.
He's got more of a sense of humour than the whole room put together.
I know.
I could give him as much shit as I want on
He
here.
plays pool with a lot of heart, guys. A lot of heart. He's the type of player that likes to land half ball in almost everything.
Very Americanised action. Everything Americanised. He's up half a foot to a foot off the cue. He leans into the stroke as he plays it. No effort, very relaxed. You know, that's a good 10 inches, his chin off the cue. No one else in the tournament's that far off the cue.
No one else. He's the only one.
He's the only one.
And he's been playing like that. All the time I've known him, he's been playing like that.
But if you go to the States, you'll see a lot of that. You'll see that. In every second player, you'll see that kind of stance.
But in Australia, a lot of us are basically snooker players.
Yes.
Snooker-based players.
Yeah.
We're all very low on the cue.
Yeah.
You know what? He's actually landed quite far away.
But he seems comfortable with it. You know, it'd be stressing me a little bit, but he just seems comfortable with it.
I think he would have preferred to be a couple feet.
Oh, yeah, of course, if you ask him, but he's whatever.
I think this top rail up here is playing.
It's a stop dead. Oh, it's a stop dead shot for the 9 in the centre after this stroke, in my opinion. That's what I'd be doing.
As long as he hits it smooth, doesn't force it.
Wow.
Fuck, you know what? I felt it, man. I felt it happening.
You did a little bit.
Felt it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, I didn't want to jinx him. I fucking felt it. I feel your pain, Mr. Alvin Wijawa. Good friend of mine, and it's hard to see. Because these on these particular tables, that particular shot has been missed more today than any other shot. The dead straight shot into the freaking knuckle just pops right out. From distance. If you force it, you need to finesse the ball. Finesse it.
He could have.
Smooth.
He could have nippled the ball.
Yeah, nippled
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that
look
looks
at this
frozen.
angle. Well done.
That's a flick shot. That's extreme side, in my opinion.
Kudos Cue Ball TV. Look at this angle, guys.
What great pictures from Cue Ball TV.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Cyclop Balls, sponsored us with $1,000 for this tournament. Oceania Pocket Billiards Association. It's not our sponsor, but that's who we are. The New Zealand Pool Association. The Australian Pool Players Federation. And of course the WPBA, which we play under. As you know, these players, they play in these events. These are the gateway to overseas events.
It is.
Yep.
You know, and you've got players that are coming interstate. They're coming from New Zealand. They're spending $1,200. By the time they pay their ticket, they pay their accommodation.
Oh yeah.
And we should support these guys running. You know.
We came from Sydney. It's costing us $1,000 to get in.
Yeah, they're at the forefront of our game. They're representing. And if it wasn't for people like the pool rooms, we've got Jay here that owns Q8 Bar here in Clayton in Melbourne.
We're lucky we've got him.
Absolutely, Cyclops sponsorship, Cue Ball TV. You know, and we need to start giving back in this game. We really do. We need to consider that.
Lewis, this guy's thinking about cutting this off the top rail, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't even looked at the safety option, has he?
I think he is now going to tuck behind the 9. 6 on the bottom rail.
There you go, that's a shot. That's a shot, that's well done. Well done, he's got him.
And you know what, with Matt, if he's 8-4 up, he's zipping that ball in with a lot of side. He's trying to flick it in. He's appreciating the scoreline, and he's paying attention to it, and he's playing accordingly.
100%, you can't go for that shot. I think he's left the edge.
Could be bad. Alvin might... I think he's hit that good, if you ask me. He's going to put a lot of pressure on Matt here with his shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Huge amounts of pressure.
This is, in my opinion, this is what you're awesome at. The little nip and tucks, the safety shots, the strategic part of the game.
Yeah, I've been around a little bit. I know,
I know you've been around a little bit.
I've learned the hard way what works and what doesn't. Bit of a memory bank there, but kicking it in the arse is as soon as they landed like this, I'm thinking, kick this ball in the arse. And what I mean by that,
spin and let the white ball stop there.
Hit the white. Let the white hit the cushion first without hitting a ball, and you're going to hit the 6 first after the cushion. Kick it up pitch. Natural momentum is going to keep the white pretty much where the 6 ball is.
And call the middle pocket like he is now, just in case you make
7 ball. Beg your pardon. It's the 7 ball.
He's called the middle pocket just in case he makes it because he knows it's a possibility.
Yeah. He's trying to get the 7 up the other end of the table.
Shot, perfect kick shot. Perfect kick shot. Great speed. You can't play it much better than that. And how good is Arvin Wijawa's jump?
You know, I wonder how many times out of 10 he could do that. It feels like
that 8 or 9 out of times.
That's exactly how I feel.
No? That particular shot.
Yeah, he's been given a shot, presented a shot, and he's in trouble. He's on the back foot, but yet, look at the outcome.
And I reckon he's played that shot many times before.
I agree with you. Absolutely. I don't know Matt's world ranking. I think it's about 42. I heard that it's in and around there.
That's very good.
Don't quote me on it.
Definitely the highest world rankings in the room.
No, Marco's is 30 odd.
Okay.
But the all-time favourite is...
Who?
Oh.
What was your ranking?
Oh, 22 in the world.
Wow.
Hey, how good was that? Hey, the math person must have got that wrong, Barry.
Back in the day.
hey, those calculators would have not been working so well.
Mr. Arvin Jawa, I feel, has played his last shot of this tournament. I feel. He's left Matty an open ball. And you know, Matt, don't need to leave much room to put his shoulder to the door.
No.
He'll push his way through. But you see experience again, he's taking his time, he knows.
Well, there's two
significance of the
options.
shot.
There is, you're right, there's two options. He can crisp screw this. Stay near the centre pocket on the side that the 7 ball's on, and therefore stay in the 9. Or he can stun and come back over to the other centre pocket on the closest to the screen and be on the 9 in the other corner pocket.
Well, it all depends on how much angle he's got, right?
It depends on how he feels, really. Crisp screw is always nicer if you're curing well. Nice crisp, there we go.
Oh my goodness, he's hit that plumb.
You know, he stayed off all the cushions. He's eliminated anything that could go wrong and relied on his cue action there.
He's hit that
100%, and he's hit it well. Matt's not thinking about closing this match off.
What's he thinking about?
Matt's thinking about his action, his cueing, and the final.
Ah, he'd have to play the last ball. A lot of respect there. Great match. Very well played match from both players.
Oh, great matches.
Great match. Thanks, guys, for watching with us. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks to all the guys who've tipped us a few dollars here and there. And thanks a lot, Mr. Lewis.
That's right. What's your predictions here?
For me, it's going to come down to the break. I think that Matthew is very well rested today. Has been playing strong all day. And I think it'll give Justin a strong match. But I have to tip Justin a little bit, just because of the way he's been breaking like a machine.
Yeah.
His break is out of sight. And as long as his break is clicking, it's very hard, I think, to beat Justin.
I'm curious. I'm open-minded to what's going to happen here in the final. You've got an experienced, not international normal player.
Yes, you're right.
You've got a local player that should be experienced internationally, but he's not. And I'm wondering how he may, if Matt presents him with some international shots, some shots he might not have seen before, safety shots.
Some pressure.
How,
behind at all.
How he's going to interpret that. Yeah. I'm curious to see how Justin will handle that. What a great final we've got coming up.
Oh, it's going to be a screamer. So don't you guys go anywhere, right? By the way, dude, I've got to say, you got something different to your hair, because every time I see you look younger and younger and younger. It's incredible.
Well, can I just try and sell you a product, Barry?
Okay, sure.
Yeah? I wouldn't have a fucking clue what it is.
Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you soon. Bye for now.